everyone's favorite entrepreneur, depending on what side of the aisle you're on.
Yeah.
So Elon Musk and Jordan Peterson, they started releasing clips of the interview that they did together. It started floating around yesterday. And Elon's, this one has like a low view count of just under 9,000, but the original ones that are floating around from people like Colin Rugg are already in the tens and 20s of millions. And let's check out what Elon has to say, and then we're also going to look at some of the things going on with the business and Tesla and supporters. And it's just a very interesting. We're starting to learn a lot about this guy and how he thinks and how he operates. It's not like he's hidden; it's hidden, but we're starting to learn, give more context and color to why he operates the way he does.
It happened to one of my older boys, where I was essentially tricked into signing documents for one of my older boys, Xavier. This is before I had really any understanding of what was going on, and we had COVID going on, and so there was a lot of confusion. I was told, Xavier might commit suicide if he.
That was a lie right from the outset.
Incredibly evil, and I agree with you that people that have been promoting this should go to prison.
That's
so I was
connection.
tricked into doing this, it wasn't explained to me that puberty blockers are actually just sterilization drugs. Anyway, and so I lost my son essentially. They call it dead naming for a reason.
Yeah,
All right. So the reason it's called dead naming is because your son is dead. So my son Xavier is dead, killed by the woke mind virus.
I'm sorry to hear that.
Yeah.
I can't imagine what that would be like.
Yeah. So.
Yeah, and there's lots of people in that situation now.
Right.
It's not pretty, and lots of demolished kids.
Yes.
Yeah, well, that's a good reason to be the final straw. All right, so let's.
So I vowed to destroy the woke mind virus after that. And we're making some progress.
We're making some progress.
Wow.
Join the club.
Yeah.
That is a very significant piece of content in the sense that, all of the people that were criticizing his acquisition of Twitter, various different things. Patrick Bet-David posted recently, he posed a question to the guys on the pod. He said, can you imagine what the last couple of weeks would have been like if we didn't have X the way in the state that it's in?
Correct.
It's like...
Yeah, he bought it intentionally to have the platform to prevent this from happening right now.
Yeah. Yeah, dude, I love to see it. And
I could feel the anguish and pain that he was feeling.
And it's hard. You have to watch his eyes, right? Because he doesn't do a lot of, his tone doesn't change a lot when he speaks.
But he looks down in a way. You can tell he's
very
introspective.
Very much so.
Trying to control his emotion.
Yeah, and so that gives a lot of color just to how he thinks, why he did what he did. Obviously rooted in speculation still, but there is some additional color there. There was one piece that I wanted to feature. We won't necessarily look at it, but it was just basically showing that Democrats are supporting Tesla less now that he came out.
In support of Trump with $45 million a month.
Yeah. And so actually, thank you, C-Rock, you pulled it up. But it came by way of Yahoo Finance, and I just want to highlight this one piece in it. It says, new data from analytics from Civic Sciences show Tesla's favorability among Democrats has dropped to 16% as of July 16 compared to 39% in January. Among Republicans, the data shows favorability decreased, it would actually be increased, to 23% from 36% in the same period. Civic Science CEO John Dick tells Yahoo Finance, its data has shown consistently that Democrats more closely than Republicans associate Elon Musk and his actions with the brand. Well, if you scroll down, C-Rock, to these two graphs, we can see here that Tesla's favorability is going up with conservative and Republicans, and obviously going down with liberals and Democrats in light of him supporting Trump. But then if you actually scroll down a little bit further, this piece right here, you can see that for the most part, Republicans have stayed very consistent with him, despite, the ups and downs and decisions and things. But look at the swings with the independents.
The key being the independents.
Yeah. And so ultimately, why I bring it up is because it doesn't really matter what they do. The way this guy operates and has built his company and where Americans are and moving and shifting, it doesn't really matter. We want to see people like that win.
Right.
We want to see people like that win. And we want to see business owners like you guys listening out there who are, whatever it is that you're standing on, if it's good, noble, and true, and we can get behind it, we want to see you win, And because, I don't know, thinking about the sun, thinking about all these things, in the podcast format, we give a lot of commentary and thoughts on people and decisions. But at the end of the day, man, we want to see people that are doing good things, righteous, noble, honorable things win.
Well, the thing that's unique about what he's done with the open forum on Twitter is he has, more conservative people that are constantly telling him to shut down these other more liberal opposing views.
He doesn't.
And refuses to do that because his whole point is if we get to a place where we're only hearing one side of the story, then we have a severe problem. And it doesn't matter what side of the table you sit on. So that's an interesting perspective. And I think the one that we need the most because media in general is very biased.
Yeah.
Let's just put it that way.
Yeah. Yeah, very much so.